illusion of perfect timing. Everybody thinks that if you just magically wait, all things are going to work out and it's going to be the perfect time for these things to play out for your life. That is the biggest lie you've ever been told. And I'm going to dismantle it. We all tell each other lies to convince ourselves that we're making the right choice. So, common excuses to make yourself feel better. Oh, I got to do research. And then sooner or later, you realize you've been doing research for the past 5 to 6 months, just researching a topic, which ultimately leads you nowhere. Of course, doing your due diligence and informing yourself of the topic is beneficial, but not if that is going to replace Netflix and you're going to feel productive because it's informational content, but it's not really making any sort of difference in your life. You're just literally consuming information without doing anything. Analysis paralysis. Other common misconception is that your finances need to be in check before you take a leap for yourself, right? I remember when I first ever made a decision to level up in my life, I literally took out a credit card and I didn't have any income coming in because I was working at a job and I quit it. So I was like, this isn't for me. I'm not going to work a freaking 9 to 5 forever. So I was like, let me get this 0% interest credit card. So I have zero interest for the next 12 months. And well, I got to figure it out. There's no other option, right? So I put it on that card, and just the act of me facing that decision and making a leap of faith, it literally puts you in a different energy. And it's like now there's no if. It's you have to figure this out, right? So this leads into my next point where you're not going to feel ready. You never will, because our brain is literally designed to keep us the same, right? Because think of this. We have thought patterns, as the definition says here. Thinking patterns refer to the habitual ways in which individuals process information, make judgments, and interpret events. They can be positive or negative and greatly influence emotions and behavior. And we see on the picture here, first, it's an intention. Second, it's a behavior. Then it's a habit. From there, it's a practice. Then it's just second nature. And then lastly, it's simply who you are. Up until this moment, these behaviors and thinking patterns have you in a certain position. The only way for you to get out of this position is to first set a different intention and then take a different action from there, right? Because think of it, those patterns literally have you trapped right here. It's almost like you're in a hamster wheel. And maybe you're not making the sort of money you want to be making. Maybe you're not living the sort of life you want to be living. Or you're not experiencing the experiences that you haven't experienced yet, like traveling, taking care of your parents. I don't know. It's different for everybody. But we all have things that we want to be doing. And how long are you not going to be doing them? It comes down to this. You have to break free. And like I said, the only way you're going to break free is with new thoughts or new actions. Because I remember, again, in that story, I either could have literally been a slave to a dead-end job, working salary for the rest of my life. There's nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5. But if there is something wrong with working a 9 to 5, if you know you could be doing more and you have those aspirations and you're just suppressing them, that doesn't do you any better. So think of it. You have to take new thoughts. You have to take new actions, or else you're always going to be chained up. And now I even started taking greater leaps once I got into this practice and I realized, okay, all I have to do is just ignore that fear. Although we all have it, I don't care who you are, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, they all face this fear. It doesn't matter. We're human. It's part of us. So when I really realized this was after, I was scaling up my Amazon store. I was operating from a garage, right? So a garage wasn't enough space. So I needed more space. I needed to get a warehouse. Now this was way more scarier than the credit card story because, well, you had to pay rent on a space like this. And this space was not small, as you guys can see here. So yeah, I was like, okay, I'm an entrepreneur, but right now I'm making side hustle money. How can I actually turn this into a real business? And the first bottleneck in my business was I didn't have enough space. So we moved into this bigger space, right? You can see me right there in this picture. That picture on the left, I was literally there until 12 a.m. because literally as soon as you put down that card or you make that commitment, trust me, You are going to have a fire inside of you that can't be quenched, right? Because you have to make it. And it literally pushes you to grow. So it's almost like the cheat code to life. If you ever want to grow, just purposefully make yourself uncomfortable. Obviously, I'm saying it like it's easy now, but it's never easy in the moment. You just have to take that step. The first step is always the hardest step. Now, as I was saying, our brains are literally designed to keep us safe and comfortable. There's this concept, and it's called the reptile brain, which, as we can see, is defined here, also known as the lizard brain. It's programmed to fear anything that could be a threat to survival. This can cause people to be overly sensitive to something that's not business as usual, or avoid trying any new things or taking risks. I all know you could probably go back to a story in your life where maybe you didn't want to jump off the diving board in the pool. Although there's a bunch of people having a blast inside the pool, jumping off it, and you see it's safe, you still didn't want to do it because it was your first time. And countless examples of that, cold showers, all these things, right? It's literally our brain. It's like that. It's designed to keep us comfortable. And honestly, it feels good to be lazy or comfortable in the moment. But then you realize, oh crap, a year has passed and I haven't made any income. I'm not living any sort of new experiences. I'm just literally living the same life on repeat, until one moment you wake up and you get sick of it and you actually do something about it, right? Because trust me, that part of your brain is going to be very, very satisfied being the same person every single day. It's your job to face it. So, like I said here, you have to ignore it and step into your true self. On the picture, on the left, yes, that's me. That was me a long time ago. But look, if I didn't do anything, I would have, like, even the facial expression right there is miserable, right? Then look at the right. I know, oh my God, fast car, nice house, blah, blah. No, it's not even about the outer. It's about what happened to me internally. Okay? This person is night and day different from the other because I started attacking life instead of letting life happen to me, right? So as you grow, you will notice this pattern. In order to reach any new level, you have to constantly face your fears and push yourself into an uncomfortable state. The unknown is the only place you ever grow, right? And the unknown is always scary at first until you get over it, right? Like going back into that warehouse story, now it's like it's business as usual operating in a warehouse. Now we're looking to get multiple or partner with different warehouses, right? Or purchase way more inventory, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? So those are the new fears that come up, but the levels do become easier because they now become the norm, right? So literally every single time you want to level up in your life, you have to face this part of your brain. So win the inner battle and you will win your life back. You are the cause, not the effect. Everybody can come up with the sob story of why their life played out the way it did. But guess what? You have the power to change it because nobody owes it to you but yourself. And I'm just here to describe the tools you could use to internalize these and actually make a difference in your life. Because if somebody would have told me this knowledge and broken it down as clear as I just did, I would have never, ever passed up on an opportunity that could possibly change my life. Okay? So I want you guys to take these concepts in, really internalize them because they are powerful. It's more than just business. It's more than just, anything you could think of. It is literally the only way to grow. If you want to become a boxer and you're scared to go spar with somebody, well, you have to overcome that fear if you want to become that boxer, right? It literally applies to everything. Even if you want to attract the relationship that you want in your dreams, you think, oh my God, if you're scared to talk to that person, you're never going to be able to be with that person. So it changes you head to toe. You grow so much. So I'm excited to see the growth in your life. But yeah, without further ado, that's it for this video.